Hey guys, it's been a few months since we introduced you to the Druid in Path of Exile 2, but one of the things that we're really focusing on now is how varied each of the classes feels to play. The Monk darts around quickly from enemy to enemy, building and unleashing combos. If he doesn't stay in combat, he loses momentum and has to build it up again.
Okay, so it's like a ramping build. Oh, okay.
The Warrior, on the other hand, is like a slow but unstoppable freight train.
Ooh, I like that.
The Warrior commits to big attacks and relies on stunning his enemies to stay safe in the thick of combat.
Oh, I like that.
When the opening presents itself, a Warrior can use even larger attacks to demolish his enemies.
I kind of like that. Stuns, big attacks. Dude, I played the Warrior at the fucking Exile Condo and it sucked massive dick.
The Huntress seamlessly moves from melee to ranged combat and back. The true damage potential of the Huntress is only unlocked when you learn to combine ranged and melee abilities together.
This gonna be a Mathel build? What's this gonna be?
And then there are the Spellcasters. The Sorceress is a pure caster who much prefers to stay at range and drop powerful spells on her foes. If she finds herself surrounded by enemies, she would rather use an ability to escape than to take them on directly.
Okay. That looks OP as fuck. That like lightning shit.
The Druid is also a spellcaster, but unlike the Sorceress, he uses his spells as a means to support his melee abilities. And by melee abilities, we mean he can turn into a giant animal and rip his enemies to pieces.
Jesus. Those animations are clean.
Each of these classes feels extremely different to play, but we want to go even further. It's time to check out the Mercenary.
Ooh.
There's not a job out there I won't take, so long as the pay's good.
West gaming, bro. West gaming here. What the fuck is this? You got grenades? Grenades. The shooter guys are gonna love this. The shooter guys are gonna love this. Like, this is gonna be what Shroud plays for sure. I guarantee you.
When thinking about each new class, we really try to think about how we can make combat feel different from all the others. For the Mercenary, that difference is the Crossbow. A crossbow is fundamentally different than a regular bow because it fires instantly instead of needing to be drawn back. This means that you need immediate feedback. Clicking the fire button should make the character shoot instantly, just like in a shooter. As soon as we experience that, we realize that there are a lot of design lessons to learn from shooters, and so we fully embraced them. In Path of Exile 2, we have crossbows that work like sniper rifles, shotguns, and assault rifles.
What? Yeah, it's funny, dude. What the fuck is how's that crossbow working, bro?
In order to really get shooter-like gameplay, we wanted to go further. In Path of Exile 2, we now support WASD movement.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You can now walk around in any direction independent of aiming. In fact, if this is your preferred method of gameplay, you can use it on any class, regardless of what weapon type you're using. You can change between click to move or WASD at any time. You can only hold 2 crossbows at a time.
I want to try this gameplay.
Path of Exile 2 is all about interesting combinations of abilities, and this is where ammo skills come in. This is a burst shot crossbow, and right now I have armor-piercing ammo equipped, which makes it very effective when facing a group of enemies, since it pierces right through them.
Bloody horrors!
Or imagine this with chain.
There are other ammos too. For a bigger single target, it might be a good idea to switch to Incendiary. The more projectiles hit the target, the stronger the ignite, so you'll want to get up nice, close and personal with this one. If you have a bunch of targets running at you, you might want to slow them down. In this case, you could switch to Permafrost Burst Shot. Shooting a bunch of smaller enemies at range will chill them, and potentially even freeze them in place. Once you have some frozen enemies though, you can switch back to Armor Piercing. Shooting a frozen enemy with Armor Piercing Burst Shot will explode the ice, doing a huge amount of damage to all nearby enemies.
So he's just pressing left click only, right? He's just switching between different ammos and just pressing left click.
Another feature crossbows have is attachments. This is a grenade launcher. As you can see, when I equip it, it appears on the underside of the crossbow. These attachments are just like skill gems, so you effectively get extra skill slots.
What?
And you can augment these with support gems, just like regular skills.
That's cool. I mean, that's sick, bro. What? Like items that you can itemize? Like, yeah.
These grenades take a while to explode, so it's a good idea to pair them with some kind of crowd control, like Permafrost Burst Shot.
Meta items, bro. Meta items. It's a new type of item. Items with items inside them. Shit.
We have other grenades too, though. This attachment is a flash grenade. It does barely any damage, but it does a huge amount of stun. It can be a great opener before you run into combat.
That's pretty cool.
Surprise!
Mate, you don't watch the entire screen though, so what the fuck? No, cunts are gonna get the fully automatic gun.
Now, here's another attachment, an oil grenade. Firing one of these grenades coats the ground and nearby enemies in oil.
Baldur's Gate 3 style.
Oil slows enemies down, so it's another useful crowd control mechanic.
You can set it on fire though. Do it, bro. Set it on fire. Come on. Set it on fire, bro.
Now, another thing that oil can do is be set on fire. Any burning enemy or explosion will ignite the oil, causing extra burning damage.
Okay.
One of the problems with burst shot crossbows is that each pellet doesn't do much damage individually. This means that if enemies have armor, then it will be very effective preventing that damage. But thankfully, you can equip an additional crossbow in your second weapon set to deal with the weaknesses of your primary weapon. This is a rapid shot crossbow. Rapid shot is great for closing on enemies because you can shoot while running. In Path of Exile 2, we now have the ability to allow you to use some skills while moving. Being able to create skills like this opens up a lot of new design space and allows us to really increase the pace of combat.
This does not look like Path of Exile. It's weird. It looks like Path of Exile, but it looks like a Path of Exile mod that someone made.
The armor-piercing version of Rapid Shot slowly erodes a monster's armor. Once the armor is fully broken, you can easily switch back to Burst Shot.
Bro, put fork on! Put fork on! And I want to see Chain. Where's Chain at, bro? Imagine the shit linked with Chain, bro. Insane projectile speed, insane range.
Shooting with Rapid Shot is also great for when you want to perform a fighting retreat.
Reload!
Using permafrost ammo with Rapid Shot is also useful if you need to retreat. When you shoot the ground, it creates ice crystals. If you draw monsters back over these crystals, they explode, chilling the monsters. It's great if you want to set up a safe zone before pulling the next pack.
It's kind of cool. So you're seeing his right click there, isn't he?
Slowing enemies down can come in handy if you want to use the incendiary version of Rapid Shot. Using this skill requires that you charge up a little bit before it fires. But as it continues to heat up, it will do more and more damage.
Ramping.
It has a really large clip size, so you can just keep firing and firing with it. But the other really useful feature is that when the crossbow is heated up, it adds extra fire damage to any grenade that you launch.
The animation of that skill looks jank. Projectile's not lining up with the bow. I guess that's just baited things, right?
Now, I've been using explosive grenades here, but it will work equally as well with flash or oil grenades too. If you use it with oil grenades, the oil will catch fire immediately.
You're not paying attention, chat. Ooh. Why is he shooting those? Oh! I mean, this looks like a completely different game, bro. What the fuck? It looks cool, though. I want to play.
You can find is Power Shot. This one works just like a classic sniper rifle. Use it with armor-piercing ammo and it will penetrate armor on targets. So it's a good idea to use when something's really tough.
Bro, chain this thing. Come on, chain it, bro. Chain it. Why won't he chain
now, this
it?
skill has another interesting interaction with armor break. If an enemy has its armor broken, then your Power Shot hits a weak spot and does a huge amount of single target damage, with a bunch of extra stun for good measure. Now, the incendiary version of Power Shot is more like a rocket launcher. It does a big explosive blast at a distance.
Man, it's pretty sick.
One of the really useful features of this version is that you can explode any grenades that happen to be on the ground.
It's like they put a gun minigame. Like they modded PoE and put like a gun minigame into it.
This combo also works really well with Incendiary Rapid Shot. I'm going to charge up the heat on my crossbow, shoot out a bunch of grenades, and then start the fireworks with a power shot.
Okay.
The ice version of Power Shot creates frost walls at a distance. This is great for crowd controlling monsters in tight passages.
Oh.
The wall segments have other uses too. If they get destroyed by monsters, then they will explode, doing a small amount of damage.
Didn't work out for you, buddy.
Now, remember that burst shot combo with frozen enemies we did earlier? That works with ice walls too. Let's put burst shot back on. Now I can fill up this area with ice walls, then shoot them with armor-piercing burst shot for a huge amount of damage.
That looks cancer, bro, and they keep running through the ice wall when he puts it down. What's happening there? That gameplay looks awful. What the fuck?
Alright, it's time to face the boss for this area.
Well, that's it.
Let's see how we fare against her with all the skills I've shown you so far.
When I say that gameplay, I meant that particular build with the... Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, she has died. Oh my god, look at her titties! Damn! No. Roll, bro, roll! What are you doing? Roll, bro! The babies! Wait, there's babies coming out of her and coming at you. Like, we go. What the fuck? Rapid fire! Oh my god. Right, he did. Oh my god. This guy's so trash playing the game, man. They do that, right? So then you'll feel good when you play, because you're like, oh shit, I can do better than that. Dodge, roll! What? Oh my god! Big stuns here, bro. Big stuns. Ugh. Ugh. Dude, use your potion, bro. Use your potion. Why is he using his potion? Use your potion.
What is going on in this god's-forsaken city?
And that's the Mercenary. It feels totally different than anything we've made before, and shows you the range of what's possible in Path of Exile 2.
And it's just straight up a gun minigame inside PoE. They've just put guns into PoE, right? Let's be real. That's what just happened. That ice wall gameplay looks so bad, though. Like, what the fuck was that ice wall gameplay? I don't know how that made it to that.
We're going to be showing off a lot more about Path of Exile 2 as we approach its beta.
Because he is
God Gamer. God Gamer. God Gamer. God Gamer. God